Hi, my name's Kathryn Heuer. I'm a director at Certis Law in Canberra. I'm going to talk to you today about testamentary trusts. A trust is a relationship where one person, the trustee, holds property on behalf of another person, the beneficiary. The property they hold is called the trust property. A trust differs from simple ownership of property in that it separates the legal ownership of the property from the equitable or beneficial ownership of the property. A testamentary trust is established under a will. Whilst the trust is prepared at the time that the will is drafted, it doesn't become operative until the death of the person who made the will. Who should consider a testamentary trust? If you have a blended family, it's a useful tool to properly provide for your spouse and your children of a prior relationship. Asset protection in the context of family law is another significant reason why you might consider using a testamentary trust. The degree of protection that assets have depends on the level of control that a party has over those assets, and each case needs to be considered on its own facts. If you have a beneficiary with an intellectual impairment, you might like to consider using a protective testamentary trust. You might also use a testamentary trust if you want to protect beneficiaries from claims by creditors. When thinking about a testamentary trust, it's important to consider carefully who the trustee of that testamentary trust would be. As the trustee has effective control over the assets of the trust and decides who receives the income, it's a key role. If you already have a family trust, it's important to know that the assets of that trust won't form part of your estate. If you are uncertain about whether you will have enough assets in your estate to warrant a testamentary trust, then you can simply include it as an option. Before establishing a testamentary trust, it's important to consult with your legal and financial advisors about the advantages and disadvantages for your particular circumstances. Every case is different and every family's needs are different, and it's critical that those matters be taken into account in this exercise.